Welcome back to Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. So now we're doing Spinwheel Cog Ruins.
I have a feeling we're going to have to deal with rotation here.
Nah, you think? Okay, so yeah, like Jova said, rotation. In this stage we have to basically, again, like I always said in previous parts, using the camera is key in seeing exactly how will each position of the various rotating things you can rotate will help you. So turn the spinning wheel.
Okay.
There we go. Looking at stuff and all right. That's why I always recommend this game to play this game on the gamepad, because you'll get the full 360 control of the camera that the analog stick can't give.
Yeah, I always play this on the gamepad.
Yeah,
of course.
This game was
So
made.
do I, though.
This game was made specifically for the gamepad. So yeah, get first jewel. Woohoo! All right. So yeah, let's see. There's another jewel there. How we get to it? Okay. So basically, I'm looking around, seeing what we can find. Ooh, purple pipe. Let's see what we can find there. So Shiroi, where are you at this point in this game?
I've started this story.
Ah, okay.
So enjoyed it.
Like recently, I've been playing Magic Paintbrush and Splatoon. So
Ah, okay.
Oh, Splatoon! How is that game?
it's an experience.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's
They're
pretty
trying
awesome.
to do a new genre that they haven't done before, and from what I heard, it's actually rather great. And there's
yeah,
more additions.
it's pretty
to come.
different.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually has a lore behind it as well.
Magic
Nice.
Paintbrush is also really good.
What's Magic Paint?
Kirby and the Magic Paintbrush. It's basically like it's a claymation style Kirby game.
Yeah.
Ah.
Pretty much a sequel to, is it called Canvas Case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, more like a spiritual successor, but yeah.
Yeah, the Wii U's gotten much more of a better. Yeah, the Wii U's gotten more of the Wii U's gotten more of a better gaming roster at this point in time. Much better than it did last year and before.
Oh yeah, totally. So
See, Sega, this is why you shouldn't abandon consoles. Well, thinking it's probably too late.
By a few years.
Yeah.
Anyway.
yeah. Let's. If you're talking about the Saturn, the Saturn was even just that. The problem, the main problem with the Saturn is that there was literally no marketing and no announcement of release. They literally just dropped it on stores and people. Oh, by the way, it's out, and people were like, "What?"
Like, where did this come from?
Like seriously, they said
We're going to it again?
they said the Saturn was coming.
Yeah.
But they didn't actually say when it was going to be released. They just dropped it as a surprise, and the stores didn't.
And then when
really...
it sells, it's like, oh no, it's doomed. We have to abandon it.
Maybe because
Sort
you
of
didn't
turn
fucking.
people off.
Maybe.
Weren't most of Sega's consoles back then just expansions of the Mega Drive anyway?
Yeah.
They weren't really
Yeah.
consoles.
Shame because yeah. So yeah, level cleared, and you got all 3 of the diamonds.
Plus the star achievement.
Actually, Chiroi, the star is literally obligatory to complete the stage.
Oh, no, sorry, that's something different. Never mind.
Here I go. Okay, went upstairs. Okay, in this one, you have to go from each part of basically the how should I say this? The right side and the left side of this particular stage are always moving up and down. So I have to basically take advantage of each specific position in height to go to specific places in this stage. So basically,
Okay. Yeah, that reminds me, Pedro.
Go ahead.
Yeah, can you stun enemies with the gamepad like you could in 3D? World
You can,
in
you
this
can,
game?
you can, yeah. This game is using the 3D World engine, so...
Yeah, I was just wondering if they may have taken that out for, more difficulty.
They actually didn't know. You can actually do that. And trust me, it's very useful in certain stages. You can even do the same thing where you can...
Oh, yes, it is.
You can even do the same thing where you blow and you blow into the mic and the coins will rotate.
I didn't know you could do that.
You can, yeah. That was a thing in 3D World and they kept it in this game.
Oh.
Oh, trust me, Shiroi.
When you think about it, the Wii U is... When you think about it, the Wii U is kind of like the DS games, but brought into console form.
Question, Shiroi. You have Mario 3D World, right?
Yes.
Okay. Here's a little don't spoil it for Jova. By the way, the next time you go into a Wii U, no matter what you're gonna play, before you go back to Splatoon, just put in 3D World for a few minutes and go to Super Bell Hill, aka the first stage, and find one of the flowers and stick there and watch the flower for a bit. See what happens.
Okay.
You'll see.
Yeah.
Jova knows what I'm talking about, right?
Okay.
Oh, I absolutely do. I can't. Yeah, it would be a crime to spoil to you what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Well,
So
I actually showed that off when I go to that stage here in this game. So it will either be that. So unless Shira gets to that before we get to the extras part, then yeah.
So I just pick any flower and watch it.
Just go to the very first stage of the game and go to
Up and down terrace.
Find any flower that is somewhere around in the ground and look at it and stay there and look at it for a while and you'll see and you'll start to notice something interesting about what those flowers are doing.
Okay.
I sort of have a love-hate relationship with levels that start off dickishly like that, like literally placing you feet away from the goal.
Yeah.
It's like in places like that Crash Bandicoot level of Castle Machinery, I think it was, where they literally put the end of the level literally like inches away from you, and you're meant not to be able to jump up there.
It's like, you could climb this wall or jump over this.
Okay, so the gimmick of this stage is lowering and rising platforms, or walls, murals, whatever you want to call them. Basically, depending on the height of each, depending on which ones are raised, the white ones or the brown ones, I can go into certain places using, like for example, I'm about to use this this brown one as a bridge to reach that side. So basically it's a matter of, and the problem is that you can't do this all the time, obviously, so you have to find buttons. So obviously you have to study the environment carefully and find out, okay, which combination of button presses can I do to reach a specific place. So there's a lot of thinking to be done here if you want to get all the free stones.
Yep.
Thinking. Let's go. This theme, for a little curiosity since we haven't played Mario Galaxy yet, this theme actually premiered on the first Super Mario Galaxy, which was also the premiere of Captain Toad. Back then it was just a little jingle that lasted like 15 seconds or 20, something like that. And eventually it evolved into the theme we're listening to right now.
A really nice theme.
Ooh, I can't wait when we get to Mario Galaxy. That game is so much fun.
Yeah. That game is fun. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, Super Mario Galaxy 2 is fun incarnate. Like seriously, that is honestly the most fun game I've ever played. I never played a game.
I had fun just watching Pedro play it.
I have never played. I showed them the first like hour of Galaxy 1
in a live stream. So.
Well,
yeah. Honestly, Mario Galaxy shows that. Oh.
Actually, I also showed her a bit of I also showed her Cloudy Court Galaxy in Galaxy 2.
And Wind Waker.
Yeah, I also showed her Wind Waker. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, Galaxy 2. I have never played a game that was so constantly fun as Galaxy 2. Like, seriously, to me that game is literally perfect. I have no complaints about that game. Everything about that game is top-notch, from beginning to end.
One thing I love about Galaxy is the fact that, it actually has something of a pretty good story, for a Mario mainstream game.
Yeah, Galaxy 1, yeah, it does.
Galaxy 2, sort of, too, maybe not as big as 1, but still there.
For me, it's like this.
Which kind of makes me wonder.
For me, it's like this. Yeah, it's true. Galaxy 1 dropped the story, but honestly, I actually applaud. I actually support that decision for one main reason. I didn't want them to just milk the Rosalina backstory again, kind of like what Sega was doing with Shadow's backstory for a bit with Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic 06.
I get that. And we see the return of the Double Cherry again.
Yeah, the Double Cherry, which premiered in Super Mario 3D World.
Hey, do these levels get unlocked randomly, or is there a trick to getting them?
They get unlocked randomly, but later on when you unlock the bonus book, if you manage to complete the game 100%, you will be able to play them whenever you want.
Oh, okay.
Like, you see, the thing about the Galaxy team, this is the thing about EAD Tokyo, is that their games. This is the thing about EAD Tokyo's games, that they seem never-ending. No, like, the more you complete, the more stuff you unlock. Like, it's stuff keeps getting unlocking and unlocking and unlocking, and like these guys patch so much content into their games, it's amazing. Like a 3D World, for example. You complete the final world, and a new world pops up. Okay, you complete that world, and then another world pops up. You complete that world, and another world. Jesus Christ, man! Stop throwing worlds.
Yeah, I'm aware that there's a total of 5-star achievement.
Like, seriously. So, these guys put so much stuff in their games. It's fantastic.
People will call this padding, but if the game is good, then it's not.
Well, technically it's not padding, because it's extra stuff after completing the game, so technically no, it's not.
I'm saying, if the game is good, it doesn't feel like padding at all.
Oh, no,
it's just
not.
more fun.
There's no such thing as a... honestly, as far as I'm concerned, there's no such thing as a bad design choice in a EAD Tokyo game, honestly. These guys are game design masters.
You know, it was thanks to this division... It was thanks to this division that I actually took an interest in the Mario games properly, because before that I was never really bothered by them at all.
Well, actually, Mario 64 and Sunshine, in fact, I'm not sure being controversial, I actually like Sunshine better than 64, honestly. But, no, 64 and Sunshine, if you take them for what they are, collectathon platformers, they're actually pretty fun. Yeah, they're dated in some aspects. But I still think they aged a lot better than the adventure games, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not quite sure about the likes of it. Well, actually, it's kind of weird, because, in some cases, I feel the adventure games age better in some areas of the game, whereas in the case of 64 and Sunshine, they age better in other areas. It's like, I guess with me, it's like adventure aged better for the combination of getting things done with, whereas 64 aged better in the things of level design, maybe. Well, maybe not level design, but more so level structure.
For me, the main thing is consistency. 64 and Sunshine were Mario games from beginning to end, whereas... Oh wait, cutscene. On the Trail of the Great Bird. I really love Toadette's quote-unquote hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Of course, the classical campfire.
Oh.
See, this is the great thing about the EAD Tokyo. They don't need to tell a story to give a game character. That's why I don't really care about the fact that Mario games don't have stories, because EAD Tokyo manages to give these games tons of character without even giving them a story.
Honestly, I thought that Super Mario 3D World and Super Mario 3D Land did the wonderful act of actually managing to have their story literally in the gameplay.
Yeah, 3D Land. Well, 3D Land had that thing where every time you completed a world, you would get a reminder of how Peach is. 3D Land, I mean.
I know.
Whereas, but 3D World had.
I guess that's more 3D World.
But 3D World had a fantastic opening cutscene. I mean, don't get me wrong, Galaxy 1 still has the best opening of a Mario game ever. But I really love the opening of Mario 3D World. It's pretty amusing to me. And I love the new take we'll see from it at the ending of this game.
Yeah. You know, I may be the only one here who actually thinks this, but honestly, I got more story out of Mario Galaxy 1 than just with Rosalina's backstory.
Oh no, yeah, me too. Actually, I did. No, the story, the Galaxy 1 story is all over the place. It's just told subtly.
Oh, I get that. I get that. I mean,
Without
I guess I'm just
cutscenes.
sort of confused when people. I guess I just get a bit confused when people say that mainly the main focus on Rosalina's backstory. It's like I got that more from like overall.
Yeah, me too. Like the my big problem
aside from just her backstory.
one of the problems
I guess I never get why people consider Rosalina's backstory the only really story there at times.
But one of the things that I don't understand about people nowadays is that they seem to have forgotten that back in the 90s, games didn't need to have cutscenes to have stories, you know? You can tell a story without cutscenes. You don't have to go full cinematic to tell a story in a video game, okay?
I mean, look at Freedom Planet. It's like it does have a story, but you are given the option to turn the story off. The game is based around 90s gaming, so if you want to...
I'm not talking about that, Shiroi. You know, that game has cutscenes, and it has the option to turn off the cutscenes. That's different. What I mean is a game that tells a story without cutscenes, because if you turn off those cutscenes in Freedom Planet, there's no story to begin with, you know? What I mean is, like this game, for example. This game has technically has cutscenes, yes. So I guess this one probably not the best example. Galaxy 1. Galaxy. Actually, let's go with. Let me think of a good example that I can think. Actually, actually, fine. Since Joba brings up Galaxy 1, yes, Galaxy 1 does have cutscenes at the beginning and cutscenes at the ending, and of course, it has the Rosalina backstory thing. But the big difference aside from that is the atmosphere, you know, the sense of progression you get, the comments Rosalina has about what's happening, the Toads bringing us letters from Peach, you know. There's a lot of stuff going on subtly in that game, as Jova pointed out, and I'm doing it right now. The problem is that there's a stupid perception gamers have nowadays that in order for a game in order for a game to have a proper story, it needs to have cutscenes with full cinematics and shit. And why? It's a game, guys. Don't get me wrong. I love my cutscenes. I'm a level 5 fan for crying out loud. But there are other ways, okay? Anyway.
Well, again, going back to the Sonic fan base, it's like they complain about having too little story, but when there is a big story, it's like, do we really need all this? And it sucks anyway. You know?
Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 are good stories, although with Adventure 2, the story that people used to overpraise, yeah, that does have some of its issues. However, let's not go too far into detail. Basically, Sonic stories can have their moments, but God, do some of the fan base really, what's the word for it?
I still think Sonic lost. I still think Sonic and the Black Knight is the best story in the series.
And Jason Griffith was actually pretty damn good in that. Probably his best performance.
Yeah. It has, in my opinion, the best writing. I'm not talking about in terms of the scope. I'm talking about in terms of writing, in terms of the dialogue, the character interaction and stuff. The character interaction development in that game, in my opinion, is actually pretty great. And I kind of wish those were the writers that we had still. Like, seriously, when they finally got good writers. What's interesting to me, when I first played Black Knight, I was like, okay, so the game itself sucks, but the storytelling has improved a lot. Keep these writers around. And then we got Putnik and Graf.
Heck, there was also Sonic and the Secret Rings, which also was a pretty good story, too.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Well...
Maybe not so much as Sonic and the Black Knight, but I still found it a pretty fun story overall.
Secret Rings story have good ideas, but I don't know. I kind of felt the execution was lacking. Anyway, let's actually go back to this game because we're veering a little too off topic.
Yeah, actually,
we've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah, basically, as I was saying, speaking of the storybook series, it seems we're in an Arabian-themed level here.
Yeah. Basically, the gimmick with this one is that we have to raise from platform pushing switches so we can create bridges, and then and we also have to use the double cherry thing. So, but what?
Huh?
What is it, Joe?
Oh, sorry about that. I thought I was being called for a bit there, but it turns out I was.
I love that the gimmicks and the stage designs are almost completely different from Toad's story.
Shiroi, meet 80 Tokyo. The thing about 80 Tokyo's games, and Jova can confirm this since he played all of them except this one, is that every single level in an 80 Tokyo game either has a completely new gimmick or a completely different spin on an old one. Like, these games refuse to bore you. They absolutely refuse to bore you, right, Jova?
Got that right. I mean, honestly, I'm a bit sad about giving up Lost. I'm a bit sad about letting Pedro be the one to do Super Mario 3D World. But honestly, me getting to do the Galaxy games is well enough trade.
Yeah, well, look at it like this. Yeah, when it comes to Wii games, Jova will be our Wii man because he can actually use the Dolphin, which allows us to upscale the games to 1080p. Believe it or not, Shiroi, Dolphin, a Wii emulator, actually is now graphically more powerful than the actual console it's emulating. Believe it or not.
What?
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah,
the most recent version of Dolphin has a thing where you can play the Wii games on 1080p, and the graphics actually look better as a result. The emulator is more powerful than the console itself.
Wow.
You know what else is amazing is the fact that the Dolphin is technically emulating a system more powerful than the PS2 emulator, and this emulator was made after the PS2 emulator, yet somehow this works a lot better than the PS2 emulator.
Well, the Wii is a very easy system to emulate. Like it has,
but it's more powerful than the PS2 emulator, though. I mean, it's more powerful than the PS2, though. You'd think that would have been,
Well, okay. There's also one thing, Jova. Dolphin originally started as a GameCube emulator. Right. And the Wii is basic, and architecturally the Wii is actually a souped up GameCube. So it was very easy for them to. So it was very easy for them to turn the GameCube emulator into a Wii emulator because it's pretty much the same thing architecturally. I mean.
Well, it figures because the same guys who made the Dolphin emulator are also the guys working on Citra, the 3DS emulator, which.
Here I go. Okay.
Boy.
Bullet Bills Touchy Trials. So basically, this is all about the bullet bills. Basically, you have to use the bullet bills to your advantage. How does this work? Basically, you see those platforms that have where there's an icon saying "touch this." Well, basically, whenever you touch those platforms, they either go up or down or left and right, depending on which platform you're touching. So basically, you have to literally create your own platforming path to get to where you want to go, and you have to also use the bullet bills to break those blocks, like I'm about to do. And boom. So it's all about, once again, perspective, finding out exactly the correct positioning for platforms. So thinking. Okay, go ahead, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, EAD Tokyo. These guys, like, I don't think I actually mentioned this before. I mentioned to Shiroi when I showed the Galaxy, but I didn't mention this on the playthrough. A little backstory might as well. It's technically on topic since we're talking about the developer. Basically, Yoshiaki Koizumi, the co-director of Mario 64 and the full-blown director of Mario Sunshine, basically Nintendo was about to start a studio in Tokyo. And Miyamoto decided, okay, you go there, and you yourself hire people depending on who you think will be better to help you out make awesome games, and we'll see what you do from there. So basically, Yoshiaki Koizumi pretty much hired an entire team of. Basically, it was basically a call to Mecca. Come to Mecca, and that decision brought in some of the best game designers in the world to that studio, and they made Donkey Kong Jungle Beat for the GameCube, which was a sadly underrated game. And in fact, the game Brain Scratch, Ted is now doing that recently did that for Brain Scratch. So be sure to check that out because it's a very good game, sadly underrated. And after that, they made Galaxy 1, and the rest is history.
Yep.
So, and yeah, like I was saying, this, for example, Shiroi, we've been playing this game, for example, have you completed 3D World, by the way?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, but for one, have you gotten to which world on that? The Cloud World?
I'm still playing the first one because I've been playing it with Alice.
Ah, okay.
I'm finding it pretty fun to play with other people.
Oh yeah, totally. That game, in my opinion, is best played when you're 2 players. Not so much 3 and 4, but with 2, yeah, with 3 and 4 players, the camera tends to have a bit problems. But with 2 players, it's fine, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's how I tend to play the game.
In fact, when it comes for me to record 3D World, I intend to drag my brother here so he can play with me. Anyway, yeah, the thing about the thing about Yato Tokyo's games is that they never get repetitive. Like for example, in this stage, for example, we're doing completely different things we were doing in the previous stage, like touching the platforms. So, sweet. By the way, that reminds me, Jova, do you plan on eventually getting this game too?
Yes, eventually.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right, course clear.
The game is actually 1 gigabyte and something in size, so it should be a very easy fit to buy on the eShop. Alright, Spinwheel Skyfort. In the next part, everybody, we actually get to another boss battle in Toadette story, so see you then.
See you then.
Yep. See ya.